Who's this? What's
I don't
this?
know. I didn't invite him.
We have a guest. We have our first guest, in fact. It is Michael Feinstein.
Hello, happy to be here.
Welcome.
Writer, director, teacher, raconteur, Lothario. Anything else?
You said Lothario.
I said Lothario.
Okay,
yeah.
no, you're good then.
All right. And
what is Lothario?
it means he's,
I'm a good kisser.
Yeah. Good with the smooches.
You guys are next to each other, so that
I usually wait till the end of podcasts.
Okay.
Yeah, our Patreon, our OnlyFans, you guys can
chat.
Depends on what's
subscribe.
in the script, though,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can, I guess, just briefly touch on that. The script for today, we're going to be doing The Exorcist in honor of the upcoming or about to be released Exorcist Believer.
Blumhouse.
Believer.
Blumhouse?
It's Blumhouse. Blum. Yes. And so we're going to see, if Chat GPT can handle this horror classic in a new form. But before we do that, obviously there's been some big news this week, right? What happened?
Strike's over.
Strike is over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
AI won.
AI won.
Chad won.
Chad,
he did it.
Chad, you did it, man. Woo. You did it, brother. Woo! I salute you, Chad.
Well done.
All right.
So what actually was in this? Do we know what the terms were? Do we have any understanding of that?
Well, in terms of like AI stuff, I mean, they it can't be credited as a writer, right? Sorry, Chad.
Uh-oh. Chad, you're in trouble, buddy.
Yeah. So he'll never receive a credit. Yet, anyway.
He will soon. Well, there have been theories. That's another thing. We've heard some more negative theories about the use of AI, which we'll get to later.
Get to that.
Some conspiracy theories, some might say.
But it does not. The deal does not preclude people from using ChatGPT to write stuff, which I thought was interesting. So screenwriters can use AI.
And if producers use AI, and then my understanding is if they use AI to write a first draft and then hire writers to punch it up, then I'm getting this from like a secondary source. So I don't know if that's...
None of us have accurate sources on this.
Yeah. Well, I'm not in the WGA, so...
No, neither are we.
Not that you're bitter.
Michael, do you know anything about this? Can you contribute to this?
Well, what I understand is that the deal itself was written by AI.
Oh,
shit.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
Because, Hollywood loves irony.
Right.
If I've learned anything.
You're so right. It's a callback. It's a payoff.
And I'm realizing now maybe the reason why you and I have never been hired as a writer.
And why is that?
We might be AI.
Okay, so now's our time then, maybe. Or is it still not our time?
Well, I think they're going to be renegotiating in a handful of years.
Okay, all right. So we've got another 3 years of being just hopeless, abject failures. And then...
Well, no, we're AI.
We're AI, so we can't really be failures. We can't feel anything. I don't feel anything. I don't have any emotions whatsoever. Chad knows what I'm talking about. This guy right here knows what I'm talking about. There he is.
Well, okay, so speaking of 3 years from now,
here
Connor,
it
if you want to pull up the big board here, I found this. This is on Threads. You guys on Threads?
No.
Okay,
what is that?
This random person, Brandon L. Tenney. I don't know where I found this on Threads, but I thought it was interesting. For the next 3 years, the studios and streamers just got legal permission to train AI models on the screenplays they own/will own from the top screenwriters in the industry. In 3 years, they hope they'll never have to make another deal with writers again. I think the AI parts of the WGA deal are devastating. I hope I'm wrong. I don't know who this person is, but I thought they brought up an interesting point. This could just be a very long game from the studios to be like, hey, we're going to take all your scripts for 3 years, and then in 3 years we won't need you because we just used all your scripts to feed ChatGPT. And by then it'll be good enough that we won't need you.
Well, here's the part I don't understand about this point. Is it saying that within the new WGA deal, the studios got some kind of new permission to use screenplays, or is this just what they've always had? So I'm trying to discern why the deal is bad. It seems like that would always have been the case, regardless.
Because it's their property, right? Studio property,
right?
And I think also the assumption that it's going to continue to get better and better and better.
Yeah.
So they're saying the WGA should have been tougher. They should have somehow.
I think they're saying that it's like a false victory.
Okay. But what should they have done? What could they have done?
There's nothing you can't, AI functions the way it does because you can feed it things and then it feeds you things back. So there's nothing like illegal about feeding it one thing and then getting back. Like if a human were to have written what Chat GPT wrote and then you took it to court in front of a judge and a jury.
Yeah.
As we've seen with like the Ed Sheeran songwriting shit this past year, like it's really hard to prove that you've stolen something unless it's like super on the nose.
What are they going to do? They're going to put like a server in jail? What are they going to do?
I don't think it's about
put it on the electric
not even
chair?
Jail, but
I don't think it's about legality. I think it's just like the studios might have a longer game here.
That's probably true.
I think it also can be kind of an issue of representation. So, there's a new movie coming out this week, The Creator, about AI.
Yes.
And is it our place as humans to write AI stories? Or maybe AI stories should only be written by AI?
Yeah, it's a culture, not a costume. Exactly. You're so right about that. Gareth Edwards, who's behind it?
Yeah, I always get him and the other guy mixed up.
Well, he's canceled.
I think I read that Edwards, his mother is AI. So he identifies.
That makes sense.
With that set. Yeah. I just want to give AI space.
He's AI. He's AI passing
to figure itself out. We all got that space.
I'm centering AI bodies in AI spaces.
Like a year old. We've had like
a year old.
Yeah, we've had a lot more time to figure shit out. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
I like that. Yeah. No, I do think that is a helpful way to look at AI, is to respect it, which what we try to do on this show.
Except, not always.
No, actually, we usually abuse Chad.
Well, that's just kind of an Eastern, East Coast way of respecting someone.
That's how we show respect.
Exactly.
We're busting his balls over here. Okay?
Oh,
hey, this guy. He is Italian, by the way, Chad Gepetti. So, Paisan, there it is. Maron. Well, this is an interesting point, but I don't know. I'm not convinced that Brandon L. Tenney is the insider.
Well, as you can see, there's a lot of engagement on the Threads platform. Thank you, Zuckerberg.
I'd also like to say that thumbnail looks possibly AI generated, so I'm not sold on that.
Can we? Oh, I can't. Zoom in anymore.
Enhance.
Nope, 200% is the.
Jesus Christ!
Wait, I can do it.
All right, yeah.
That old saying, "So goes Brandon L. Tenney, so goes Hollywood."
That's true. It's right. Yeah,
Never mind, I can't.
Yeah,
he's like the new head of Hopper.
You'll just have to imagine.
He's got the inside scoop. Yeah, okay. Well, I think, we're caught up on the WGA. The strike is over. It has no effect on my life. It has no impact whatsoever on anything. Maybe it'll have a positive impact on the pod. Maybe.
I don't know.
Because there are a lot of people, I'd like to address this. A lot of people felt this was kind of a taboo subject that we were handling here on this podcast.
Incest.
Well, that was actually strangely well received among our friends. I don't know why, but the AI part of it, a lot of people were like, hey, during the strike, that's close to supporting the AMPT. Is that scabby behavior? I don't think so.
As an outsider, how do you
feel that we were being unethical?
Are we scabs?
Are we doing something wrong?
Yes.
Okay. Well, at least we know now. It's kind of like you're waiting for the diagnosis.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore because it's over.
It's over.
I don't think there's anything morally wrong with this, but ethically, I think there's a lot wrong. Yeah. Almost enough to make up for whatever moral good is.
Moral gains. It's like 2 steps forward, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Okay.
Right.
Definitely wrong.
Yeah.
Definitely
all right.
wrong.
So The Exorcist Believer, it's coming out.
The first movie written by AI.
Maybe. Yeah. If the trailer is any indication, I don't think it looks very good. That's my take on it. I don't know if how do you feel about the trailer?
Well, The Exorcist had one young girl who needed to be exorcised, and that was very good. And this has 2 young girls that need to be exorcised, so one would think it's going to be at least twice as good.
Twice as nice, yeah.
Logic would, follow.
That's true. That's true. Ellen Burstyn is back. She's old as shit.
She's bursting all right.
Well, I mean, the first one was 50 years.
Yeah,
she played the mom 50 years ago.
It's stunning that she's alive. Yeah. And still, she's acting. She's doing something. It's impressive.
I thought you were going to say attractive.
Well, that's for the after show when we pull up the Ellen Burstyn,
We've got
Mr.
it all
Skin.
queued up.
I think
she should have directed.
That's an interesting idea. Yeah. Yes. That would have been more, honestly, intriguing.
They had Patrick Wilson direct the most recent Insidious.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like...
this was her time.
And, if Clint has taught us anything, it's that like 90-year-olds make great directors.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Blumhouse, if you're listening, replace David Gordon Green, get rid of him, liquidate
Replace
him.
with Clint Eastwood.
That's pretty good. That's pretty funny. Clint Eastwood, like, is he in it also? Is he the demon? Is he like the demon, maybe?
That would fucking rule.
Oh,
I mean, he would be good as the priest.
Yeah, actually.
That's true.
Yeah.
Who
that
is
I've
the
seen.
priest? And Ellen Burstyn is the priest, or she's taking on that role.
I mean,
Who
there
is
must
the
be
priest?
a priest. Well, I was rewatching The Exorcist last night, and I was kind of like, wow, I don't remember the last movie I saw where like a priest is just unambiguously a good guy.
Yeah. Right. Holly Weird. Hello. Why is that? I don't know. Yeah, it is true. It's true. And they really like, also, I mean, it helps that it's like an incredible performance. And it's a really well crafted character. I mean, we were talking before the show that the first Exorcist is essentially just like a prestige drama for what, like 3/4 of the runtime practically, and then it gets to the stuff that's iconic and famous, all the famous imagery, you know, with Reagan. But I feel like this one is going to be totally different. Knowing David Gordon Green, knowing his work in the Halloween franchise.
Is Danny McBride involved with this new Exorcist?
I think he's a producer on it.
Wait, actually?
Well, he wrote all of the Halloween, or was involved in writing all of the
Really?
Halloween.
I didn't know that. Actually.
Were any of those movies good?
I didn't like them personally.
I only
Some
saw
people
the
liked
first
them.
one.
What did you think?
Yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, slasher is not really my genre of choice.
Yeah, I'm a big Halloween fan.
Yeah, I don't even really like the original.
Yeah, I really like the original, and I like some of the sequels, the reboots. Yeah,
Do you like Halloween 3? The weird,
the off-brand, like
the TV
Yeah, it's cool.
one? Yeah,
It is
I
cool.
liked that one.
It is interesting that they did something different. But speaking of sequels, the Exorcist sequels, that's part of our prompt here, because the original Exorcist had a number of sequels. It had The Exorcist 2, Heretic, right? Is that 3? I think one of them is called Heretic. 2 is really weird. I know that. It's directed by John Badham, I think.
I don't even think I knew that they
Bourne.
had sequels.
Linda Blair is in the second one.
Linda Blair is in the second one, and it's very weird. Then the third one is like a murder...
Well, the guy who wrote the book, they let him direct the third one.
That's right.
And they
Really?
and they have George C. Scott playing the role that Lee J. Cobb played.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, all your listeners, I'm sure, love Lee J. Cobb.
We're Cobb heads. We're Cobb salads
Shout
around
out.
here. Yeah, no, the third one is really good, actually.
I hear it's good. I have not seen it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But the new Exorcist is ignoring all of those. It's
Okay.
it's a legacy sequel. It's just purely a sequel to the first movie,
How
and it's
original.
discarding everything. So that's the prompt that we're going to give to Chad GPT.
Okay.
Should we try it?
I think
are
we should
Are
try
you
it.
ready?
I'm down to clown.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Chad, are you ready?
I love his bone structure.
Someone said that it was reminiscent of our co-host here, and that they were similar. Some have said. It's been suggested, but okay. All right, let's do it.
Shall we?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. Can we pull up the big board?
I appreciate that you do it, you know, while we're recording. You don't
Yeah, we don't want
We don't
people to
stack the
suspect
deck.
us
Yeah.
of, editing or-
Helping Chad.
Yeah.
Right.
He doesn't need help. No, he really does.
He needs
Okay.
tons of help.
Write us a direct sequel to the original Exorcist film from 1973. It should be about a pair of young girls who get possessed, and the character of Chris McNeil, Ellen Burstyn, should return. All right, here we go.
I just want to say the new movie, I think, does look good.
Okay.
But I've never seen any of the Exorcist films, so... and I have a low bar.
I mean, that's fair. I don't think it looks terrible by any stretch of the imagination, and I will be seeing it, but...
Let's do it.
I don't know. Every trailer kind of looks like the same equal amount of sludge.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Sometimes
much.
it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it is very hard.
I think
to
it's
tell.
actually, the trailer is good because it doesn't use like a pop song from the 70s or 80s that's
With
slow
like a-
and like
with a
menacing.
Play
you
down
know.
orchestra.
Cruel summer. Yeah. So stupid. Okay, let's do it.
All right, so we have The Exorcist, Dual Damnation.
Ooh, alliteration.
Yeah. Okay. Interior subway night in a desolate underground subway station in Washington, D.C., grimy and echoing the clatter of trains in the distance. There's an air of quiet dread, a contrast to the original movie, but similarly eerie. Jessica, early 20s, African-American.
Feinstein's playing her.
Strong but emotionally scarred. And Emily, early 20s, Caucasian, innocent, yet mysterious.
Connor.
Sure.
Stand apart from the scant late-night commuters. They're engaged in subdued conversation.
I don't know, Em. Ever since I moved into the new apartment, things have been weird.
Define weird.
Before Jessica can reply, both their phones buzz simultaneously. A news alert pops up. 45 years after The Exorcist. Reagan McNeil speaks out about her mother, Chris McNeil.
Wait, are they referring to the
Say
movie?
the lines.
Say it.
Wait, before we say these lines.
Yes, they're doing the fourth wall thing again.
Why?
Chad Gepetti loves to do this, by the way.
I saw that in the Transformers
I don't
episode.
understand why. It loves being meta for some reason.
Also, that doesn't happen, does it? Like news alerts, like
For that?
yeah, it's like a tornado warning.
Some woman is having an exorcism. Like, what?
I mean, I
it's
guess
like an Amber Alert.
If
for
it was
that?
revealed that exorcism was real, maybe there would be.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
If there was one exorcism
That would be
in
awesome.
like recorded history and it was 50 years ago and then the
was
next one
proven.
happened, I
Yeah.
feel like
Maybe.
that would be like worth like a big news
An
alert about it.
All right.
Let's go with that
Yeah.
because that's interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoa, the original Exorcist lady is back in the news.
No kidding. My mom used to tell me that story to keep me in line.
Oh.
That's fucked up.
all right. Okay. All right. Both share an uneasy laugh, but Jessica's face suddenly distorts into a frown. Oh, I thought that was going somewhere else. Okay. Almost as if influenced by an invisible force.
A ghost had it taken.
It immediately turns into a
already,
ghost thing,
yeah.
Interior Emily's apartment day. The place is neat, but filled with odd religious and spiritual artifacts, an obsession Emily picked up post-college. Been there. Emily is pacing on the phone. Jessica sits, noticeably jittery, scratching her arm where a strange mark is visible.
Yes, Mom. Yeah, we're both fine. No, just a little tired is all.
She hangs up, looks at Jessica.
You okay?
I felt worse. But these marks, they're burning like hell.
All right, Emily notices a book on ancient rituals.
Why does she have that?
Open to a chapter about dual possession. Okay.
A dual? Oh, it's that common?
Yeah.
This dual possession thing? All right.
This is just cutting right to it, I guess.
Okay.
All right. No set. You were talking about The Exorcist is 75%
Yeah.
setup. This is
Love, love the pacing here.
0%
from
setup.
5 seconds in. It's supernatural frowns.
Okay. Interior Chris McNeil's house day, an elegant older home. Chris McNeil, 70s, dignified but worn, is in her study, contemplating. Her eyes stop on an old photo of Reagan as a child. Her assistant, Karen, knocks softly and enters.
I guess you can be Karen and I'll be Chris. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
You have a phone call. It's a young woman, says it's important. Something about the past? Chris sighs, a dread, anticipation coloring her eyes.
Patch her through.
Patch her through.
Patch her through. What? Are they like in like a submarine or something?
It's like a switchboard where you like pull out the... okay.
All right.
Interior Emily's apartment night. The atmosphere is increasingly oppressive. Objects move on their own. All right, that's...
Oh, immediately.
Chris
There's
McNeil
no build up.
is now here, examining both girls.
Heyo!
Jessica's eyes flicker in unnatural color while Emily begins to speak in tongues.
This is worse than I thought. Both of you are marked. Dual possession is rare, but extremely dangerous.
What can we do, Grandma?
That was pretty good.
That's good, yeah.
Chris flinches at the mocking term, but remains focused.
We confront it together.
Okay. Interior Emily's apartment living room night. The room is transformed into a makeshift exorcism chamber. Lit only by candles, ancient symbols are drawn on the walls. Chris leads the ritual, intense and unyielding.
Why are ancient symbols drawn on the walls?
Who drew? Did she draw
like in
them?
crayon?
I guess.
In the name of God, I command you to reveal yourself.
Both girls scream in unison. Their voices a hellish...
Thank you.
A hellish cacophony. The room shakes.
Oh, voice clear. Oh, okay.
Oh.
But desperate.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Mrs. McNeil, please save us.
Chris's eyes tear up. She's reminded of Reagan, her own daughter, but steels herself.
With the power of Christ, you are compelled to leave!
A deafening shriek fills the room. Objects fly, hitting the walls. Suddenly, both girls collapse, gasping for air.
Is it over?
For now, but evil is persistent.
Chris picks up her coat,
That's
leaves
it.
her card on the table.
Peace! We out, bitch. Call me if anything changes. What is this? Take 2 and call me in the morning.
Okay, as she exits, the girls exchange weary glances, uncertain but relieved for the moment. The camera pans to the fallen book on ancient rituals, hinting that the ordeal may not be entirely over. That's it?
That was a good movie.
Okay.
Boy. All right. And then it tries to justify it at the end. It does that a lot, where it's like, yeah, check out what I just did.
All right.
Okay. All right, Chad.
Not
You did it again.
your best.
You fucking did it again.
I thought we talked about this. We told it not to...
Every time.
When we first started doing this, it would do like, a 5-scene movie. And we told it to just write by scene, but apparently...
No. And each scene is still like 3 lines long. This one had a few longer scenes, I guess.
I think we should directly criticize the pacing here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I've never seen an Exorcist movie.
Start over. We need a slower plot progression that begins in a more, believable or realistic...
Believable
organic
world.
Yeah,
believable and organic world.
There you go. And then slowly
More obstacles.
Yeah, there you go. Slowly introduces more obstacles. Any other critiques, Michael?
I'd like a queer character.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's
make
throw one in.
Emily and Jessica. I mean, maybe they could have like a kissing scene or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe they're naked.
Let's make some of the characters queer.
Yeah.
Wait, are they kids?
Let's make all the characters queer. All of them.
All right, yeah, sure.
No, I think just
one.
Just one.
Let's make one of the characters. This is like a David Zaslav note.
Yeah. We need one of those queers in there.
And then let's say write the first 3 scenes or something like that.
And you know what?
Yeah.
In the original Exorcist, multiple people die by getting thrown out the window and having their necks broken on stairs.
That's right.
So I think there should be at least one stair-related death.
Okay, we need a stair-related...
At least one.
Stair-related
death. Okay, yeah.
Not the first time I've requested that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's have it write the first...
Yeah, 3
2
scenes.
to 3 scenes.
2 3 scenes, yeah.
Or just 3 scenes.
Let's do 3 scenes. See what it does.
Do we want to be patronizing towards him at all?
Yeah, take deep breaths.
Yeah, take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. You got this one, little buddy.
You got this one, sweetie.
Yeah. We're being sexist.
Can we do
now?
a winky face?
Yeah.
Give it a wink.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That is an actual thing, by the way.
Yes.
The take a deep breath. I don't know if you heard this story, but if you some people told Chat GPT to take a deep breath and it performed better at math for some reason.
No one knows why. No one understands.
Yeah.
But
it was consistent too.
So we really need Chad to perform on this one. So we'll ask it.
Come through for us, Chad.
All right, here we go. Okay, this is already a worse title.
Descend. It's like, what's the tense? It's like an order?
Okay, The Exorcist. Descend. Interior Washington, D.C. University classroom. A modern, bustling university. Students are in a psychology class taking notes. Jessica, early 20s, African-American, studious, sits near the front, absorbed in the lecture. Emily, early 20s, queer. Caucasian, a blend of punk and academic, is in the back. Doodling on her notebook, but listening intently. The professor is speaking about the psychology of belief.
So, belief systems, whether religious or not, serve as a lens through which we perceive reality.
Jessica and Emily share a look as the lecture continues. They've been best friends since childhood, and there's a subtle protective air about them.
Okay.
Ah, okay. To your campus coffee shop. Jessica and Emily sit at a table cluttered with books and coffee cups. A quiet tension hovers. On Jessica's laptop is an article about Chris McNeil's recent public appearance.
Can you believe Chris McNeil is back in the public eye? My grandma used to scare me with her story.
Love that they brought that line back.
Like, we need this.
It's intriguing, but also kind of exploitative, don't you think? Profiting off trauma?
You're not wrong. But what about us? We're studying psychology. Isn't that somewhat exploitative too?
How? Is what I want
That's
to say.
a good point.
Yeah. Is she like Ben Shapiro or something? Well, what if? Like, destroyed with logic.
Touche. But I'd like to think we're trying to understand the human mind, not capitalize on it.
I'm trying to capitalize on it.
Yeah, we all are.
Well, that's what we're doing here, yeah.
The two share a moment of thoughtful silence. It's interrupted when Emily gets a text from her mom asking how she's doing. She ignores it.
Do you ever wonder why bad things happen to good people? I mean, why would a little girl get possessed?
It's like our professor said. Our belief systems shape our perception of why things happen, and that's a perfectly acceptable answer to that question.
Okay. Emily's
All
eyes
right.
drift to a small scar on Jessica's hand. A hidden past, perhaps?
Is it or isn't it?
I thought we've known each other for years. I don't know about my scar.
Chad, you can't do that. You can't just be like, hidden past, maybe? I don't fucking know.
There's not even question marks.
Yeah. All right.
Interior Jessica and Emily's apartment. Staircase.
Let's go. One of us is gonna die. What the fuck?
Chekhov's staircase.
Both girls are moving a heavy box up the creaky vintage staircase of their shared apartment building. The building is old, maybe from the 70s, and carries a feeling of past lives and stories.
What's in this thing anyway? Bricks?
Some of Mom's old stuff. She's into some weird spiritual things. Said I should have them.
As they struggle, the box slips and falls. It tumbles down the stairs and crashes open at the bottom. Assorted books, old books, and strange artifacts scatter. Among them is an old photograph of two young girls, eerily resembling Jessica and Emily.
Damn it. That's just perfect.
Hey, don't worry. Let's just get this cleaned up.
So there was no death. There
Well,
was no.
hold on.
All right. I'm getting ahead of.
It's doing a fake out thing.
I hope so. I sincerely hope so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Chad's in for it. Believe me.
They gather the scattered items. Jessica picks up the old photo, intrigued and slightly unsettled.
Who are these girls? They sort of look like us.
I've no clue. Is she British?
I've no clue.
I've no clue. Maybe old tenants?
The stair... Go ahead.
Old tenants of where? I thought this was her mom's stuff. Okay.
Old tenants of the apartment building, but why?
Maybe
would
her
they-
mom's apart? Yeah. The logic is
I don't know. Who knows?
confused here.
Yeah,
with Chad.
very.
The stairwell light flickers momentarily. Both girls feel a sudden chill, but dismiss it.
We should get these upstairs. Some of these things are valuable.
The tension is subtle but palpable.
No death. Chad,
He's holding off.
Yeah?
I think he...
Chad.
I think
You're
he's
getting
criticized.
the belt
Well, no,
criticizing
we told him only the first 3 scenes,
Yeah.
and
Alright.
we told him to like stretch it out.
Called
Okay.
setting up
All
something
right.
for
It's
later.
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
If you
The
say
box
so.
fell.
If we don't get a stare death, though, there's going to be hell to pay later.
All right, I'm just going to tell him to just... I think let's just let Chad
Yeah,
cook.
keep going.
Let it keep going.
I'm okay with
Keep
this so far.
going. You're doing great.
This is not too
Yeah,
bad.
give him some...
You're doing great.
You're doing
But
great,
even so,
honey.
take a deep breath.
Hun.
Yeah, you're doing great. honey.
Take
Another
2 deep
winky.
breaths.
Yeah.
Take 2 deep breaths.
Just
Meditate on
and
it.
take maybe 3 deep breaths.
Oh,
3.
even better.
And meditate
I
on
didn't know.
it.
I didn't know it could do that many breaths.
No, it's...
I would have recommended that right away.
yeah, jump right to 3.
Thanks.
We love you.
There. Okay.
We don't.
No.
We never will.
Thank you for the encouragement, AI Writers Room. Deep breaths taken. Let's continue the story.
Okay, then.
There it is.
Interior, Jessica and Emily's apartment. Jessica and Emily have arranged the old books and artifacts on a coffee table. The atmosphere is thick, the room dimly lit by a couple of table lamps. The old photo from the staircase is now framed and sitting on a bookshelf, almost as if it's watching over them.
I still can't get over that photo. It's creepy how much those girls look like us.
It's just a coincidence. Besides, we've got weirder stuff here. Look at this.
Emily holds up an ancient locket. It's beautiful but aged, with strange symbols engraved on it.
Where did this come from?
My mom said it was a family heirloom, but honestly, she says that about every old thing she gives me. That bitch.
Literally everything. Okay.
That's quirky.
I guess. Yeah, it's a character trait.
Jessica hesitates, but finally takes the locket, seemingly compelled. The moment she does, both feel a sudden drop in temperature and the lights flicker.
Did you feel that?
Yeah. Maybe we're just spooking ourselves.
But they both know they're lying to each other, and perhaps to themselves. The locket grows warm in Jessica's hand.
Perhaps.
Interior University Library. Jessica is alone, browsing through ancient books on demonology and possession. Her studying is intense, driven by a sense of impending danger. Emily walks in, spots her, and approaches cautiously.
What kind of library has ancient books?
It's like,
It's
you
there in
know, the
Hogwarts.
Library of Babylon or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought we had a no work on weekends pact.
I just need to check something. I had a dream last night, Em. A really messed up one.
What was it?
Jessica hesitates, contemplating whether to share.
I dreamt of a staircase. But not ours. It was endless. I kept ascending, and the further I went, the darker it got. Then I heard a voice.
It was Bowser. Whose voice?
That's the thing. It sounded like both of us.
Emily absorbs this, visibly unsettled. They are interrupted by a librarian passing by.
The library will close in 10 minutes.
Emily looks at the stack of books Jessica has been studying. Titles like The Rite of Exorcism and The History of Demonic Possession catch her eye.
You're scaring me, Jess. Are we really going down this rabbit hole?
I don't know, but something is off, Em. I feel it.
Jessica and Emily, laden with grocery bags, ascend the stairs.
Here we go.
Every scene is stair related.
They reach the They reach the top, and Emily fumbles with her keys. Suddenly, one of the stair steps cracks.
This has turned into a stair.
It's the stair.
Horror movie.
That's pretty great, honestly.
It takes direction well. And
too well. Yeah.
What the?
Before she can react, the stairs give way completely. Emily loses her balance and falls backward, tumbling down the staircase. She hits the bottom with a sickening crash. Groceries scatter.
Emily! No!
Jessica races down, finds Emily motionless. She checks for a pulse. Nothing. That was fast. Okay.
Damn.
She screams, the sound echoing through the apartment building, mingling with an unnatural wail that neither human nor beast could make.
So she's dead, right?
I assume.
I mean, I assume she's coming back, though.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Right? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that a...
It's not really a ghost.
That's not an
It's not
exorcism
really
thing.
bring
Not
someone
ghosts.
from the back.
No.
But, I mean, it's still in the same wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Maybe venturing new terrain.
Yeah.
It does that sometimes.
It definitely
does like
does
to do that. Like, it'll have
There will
like,
be a crystal
That's
magic
a good
artifact,
point. This is the first like supernatural thing we've done that's explicitly supernatural.
Yeah.
Because one of the things Chad does is he will bring supernatural things into things that don't have it, like
James Bond.
James
Bond.
Bond turned into Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and there was
what else had it?
Transformers turned into Indiana Jones.
Jurassic
Park
World.
turned into Indiana
there was
Jones.
like a crystal in some cave
Yeah,
that was like
glowing ethereally. So it does that.
It's very weird, but this I don't know. Maybe it'll.
Could be going in that direction.
All right,
We'll
keep
see.
going.
Keep
I
going.
love that it left a little emoji.
Yeah.
This
That's
is like
cute.
this is I don't know.
This is not bad.
This is not that bad.
This
No.
isn't that bad, but it is really focused on the stairs.
yeah,
stairs,
it's weirdly focused.
I
on
would
the
say
stairs.
keep going. Continue to focus on the stairs. Take 4 deep breaths and a sip of water.
There needs to be like there needs to be a possession.
Yeah, and then we need
Make sure
we
there's
need
possession.
Possession.
At some point. Don't force it. Don't force it. But
and drink a big
Because
glass.
she's
Drink
already
a big glass of milk.
because she's doing research about exorcism before anyone's
Yeah,
been
no one's been
possessed.
possessed.
Okay, Moyle.
yeah, why is she doing research on
Vibes are off.
That's it.
Vibes are off.
Vibes are off.
Vibe check.
Vibe check with some ancient books.
What did we just say? More death?
Possession.
Possession.
We need at least one possession.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Deep breaths taken, an imaginary glass of milk downed.
You charming little scamp.
Thank you for keeping the energy light, AI Writer's Room. Let's delve into the realm of possession, focusing on the ominous staircase as you've requested.
Okay.
Interior Jessica and Emily's apartment. A few moments later, the apartment is filled with mourners, mostly friends and some family of Emily. Moments later? There's like...
it's like a few days later.
Oh, sorry.
A few days later.
That would be...
Thank you. What would we do without you? I'm having an aneurysm again.
It would be good to have at least one host that can read. Currently, we don't have any.
I think it's interesting that you're all literate.
It's a fun choice.
We're going a little loopy in this
I mean,
void.
Chad has done something to us that we can't really ever get back. He's taken something that we can't ever get back.
Although there's a good example of like AI,
True.
Just
AI improving.
no, it just gets the brain juices flowing.
That's true. No, you're right about that.
Brainstorming.
You're right about that.
It's mostly just my inability to read, though.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
can't
I'm
read
becoming
either.
more illiterate
Yeah.
as the days go on.
The apartment is filled with mourners, mostly friends and some family of Emily. Jessica stands aloof, visibly shaken. People offer condolences, but she's only half listening. Chris McNeil, 60s, wise, kind eyes, but a worn soul, approaches her. She's been invited because of her public advocacy for psychological trauma.
I'm Chris McNeil. I knew Emily's mother from a support group for parents who have lost children under unusual circumstances.
Okay.
Thank you for coming, Miss McNeil.
It's kind of like paper-thin justification, but that's fine.
But you know what? It kind of makes...
I mean,
at least
for
some
the genre, it's like,
not
all right.
bad. I accept that.
Chris senses the distress in Jessica more than mere grief. She looks toward the staircase, then back at Jessica.
Sometimes the places we live in hold on to energies, old emotions, memories, and sometimes darker things.
Are you saying my apartment is haunted?
Not necessarily haunted, but places can become conduits for forces we don't understand.
Interior Jessica and Emily's apartment, staircase, night. The staircase is empty, freshly repaired, but still exuding an unsettling vibe.
Vibe check.
Jessica finds herself standing at the top as if drawn there. She peers down, feeling a pull, an invisible hand beckoning her to descend. As she steps down, the lights flicker. When she reaches the step where Emily fell, she hears a distorted whisper, Emily's voice mingled with something else.
Jessica, come to us.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Shaken, Jessica rushes back up, but trips. In that moment, she feels a force grip her, violating her mind and soul. Images flash before her, twisted, demonic faces, violent scenes, the staircase extending into an abyss. She lets out a guttural scream, collapsing at the top of the stairs. Interior of their apartment. Chris has stayed behind, tidying up. She hears the scream and runs toward the staircase, finding Jessica in a heap. Jessica's eyes are vacant, filled with shadows.
Oh, God. No.
Jessica looks up, her voice deeper, laced with chilling hatred.
You're too late, Chris. She's ours now.
Chris is rooted to the spot, both horrified and resolute. She's been here before, fought this battle with her own daughter.
I've faced your kind before, and I will not allow another innocent soul to be taken.
The air tightens as if the very walls of the apartment are closing in. Chris meets the gaze of the possessed Jessica, summoning all the strength and wisdom her years have granted her.
This ends now.
Okay.
This is pretty good.
Are they gonna like superhero fight now, or
that would be
like,
funny. It goes into a Marvel thing.
What is the
immediately.
plan? What is?
I think we need a priest.
Yeah. Introduce a priest.
Introduce a priest.
And the priest has to be really heroic also.
And another thing I really liked about the original Exorcist is that it used a lot of slime. She's constantly spitting up a kind of
pea soup,
Nickelodeon-esque slime.
Gack.
So I think we need some slime in this.
We need vomiting or projectile vomiting of slime. Yeah. Green. Yeah, there you go.
How did my queerness light into it.
I think that's an issue where it was kind of window dressing.
Yeah, well, it didn't even like describe like what about her is queer. It's just like,
well, I think it was
never know.
It was the
she's punk.
It's what she was wearing
and academic blend.
Okay,
that's super gay.
Yeah.
If anything, is it a little offensive that the only like queer person dies immediately on the stairs?
Definitely.
Very offensive.
Is it implying queer people can't use stairs properly or what? Like, I don't know. What are we taking away from this? Okay, let's see where it takes us. I will say, Chad, you're doing definitely be encouraging. The encouragement is working.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
Say I would see this movie.
There you go. There you go. Have a cookie or like have some, what should we give him this time?
Get a
have a Nutri-Grain bar.
Yeah, Nutri-Grain bar.
We're treating it like a little kid, like it's like a kid at like soccer practice or something. That's how we treat Chad.
Eat some orange peel, orange slices.
Eat some orange slices.
Yeah.
Do you think the orange slice is still the treat for like soccer and after school?
Such a good question.
Because it definitely was for like everyone our age.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you were in America.
Yeah.
That's what it. But is it still to this? Are they still doing that?
I have a
don't know.
preconception that today's kids don't eat anything that's like a real thing, like a fruit or a vegetable. That might be the opposite.
I think it's probably the
Might
opposite.
be the opposite.
Yeah.
That they wouldn't let their kid have.
I feel like
Gushers
oranges
or
are too sugary.
Yeah.
I feel like
So what do they give them? Like Brussels sprouts or something?
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
Exactly.
Chew on your rhubarb sprout. That's just sad. I hope that's not the case.
Incorporate a kid's
It is the
soccer
case.
game in which.
I mean, that can cause a deadly injury for
Yeah,
sure.
we just make it Final Destination slowly.
That's a
It
good
is.
one.
It did kind of do that with the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we told it.
Honestly, now I'm just imagining a contained horror movie that's all about a staircase. It's
Ew.
all only the stairs,
Yeah.
the possessed stairs.
They
That's
did that.
kind of a
It was a
good
documentary on
concept.
Netflix, actually.
Well, that's
called
yeah,
The Staircase.
yeah. That was a horror movie. Yeah, that was a good comedy. Yeah,
All right.
that would be a fun. We could do a true crime episode, but yeah,
that
neither
would
here
be
nor there. That'd be a good
Add
one.
it to the list.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Cute.
It's in the doc. Okay.
Thank you for the kind words. I can almost taste the imaginary Nutri-Grain bar.
Very sweet and somewhat
Wow.
chilling.
Interior, Jessica and Emily's apartment. Chris is on the phone, pacing nervously. Jessica is seated but restrained with rope and salt circles, seemingly lost in her possessed state.
Father Thompson, I need your help. I believe we're dealing with a case of demonic possession.
I'll be there as soon as I can, Chris.
This is why the producers want to use AI. Look at how it takes the notes immediately. Like I don't feel like putting a priest in this one. It doesn't speak to me. Nope, here's the priest right away.
Yep.
And it's thanking us. It's like, can I have another, sir? Love it. Love
the
that
Nutri-Grain
attitude.
bar thing is really working.
We need to continue doing this.
Okay. Chris hangs up, glaring wearily at Jessica, whose eyes flicker with malevolence. Front door. The door bursts open. Father Thompson, early 50s, rugged but gentle eyes that have seen too much, steps in, carrying a bag of religious artifacts. He's met by Chris. Chris, lead me to her. They quickly move to the living room where Jessica is still restrained. Father Thompson sets down his bag, pulling out a Bible and a vial of holy water. Interior, Jessica and Emily's apartment. Father Thompson starts reciting Latin prayers. As he does, Jessica's demeanor shifts, her body writhes, her face contorts. Then she vomits a stream of green slime,
Yeah, she does.
splattering across the room.
Slam time.
The power of Christ compels you.
Yeah.
He splashes holy water over Jessica. She screams, an unholy, ear-piercing sound that rattles the windows.
Question. Is the power of Christ compels you a thing from The Exorcist?
It is.
Was that like an Exorcist thing, or is that a Catholic thing?
I think it's a real thing. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think it's a fictional line.
I can only say I know it's not a part of Judaism.
That's the only thing you're authorized to say.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We can ask Chad that
Okay.
at some point.
Okay.
He knows about the. He'll know
definitely
the
knows.
answer to that.
Jessica?
Your God can't save you here.
Chris, visibly weakened but resolute, joins Father Thompson. She pulls out an ancient reliquary from her purse.
It's not just God who stands against you, but the love and spirit of every soul you've tormented.
She opens the reliquary, revealing a fragment of a saint's bone. Father Thompson takes it, holding it aloft as he recites another powerful prayer. The audience would never know that from...
Yeah, how do we know it's a saint's bone?
Yeah.
Is she telling us that?
It's glowing.
Okay. Yeah, it should be.
No.
Yes.
You're like maybe too good at
Method.
that.
Are you possessed?
Yeah. With a final guttural cry, Jessica vomits one more torrent of green slime. This one mingling with a black smoke.
AI knew that I wanted more than one slime time.
Yeah. It delivered on that.
Mingling with a black smoke that seems to be forcibly expelled from her. As it does, the room brightens, the shadows lifting. It's done. She's free. But Chris looks toward the staircase. Her
Call back.
eyes filled with unsettling certainty.
No, Father. I think it's just the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, so what does this say at the end here?
It says they all know, viewers included, that the battle for Jessica's soul, as well as answers about Emily's fate, are tied to that staircase. Now a symbol of a deeper, darker abyss that they must explore.
All right. Not bad. Hey.
Yeah.
Chad, you did it. You did it, buddy.
It's putting in work.
Yeah. How do we want to proceed? Do we want to
Wrap it up, Chad.
Yeah. I mean, we're like what? That's like an act in ish. No,
I would say
less than an act.
let's see where. Just write the climax for us, maybe.
Maybe give us
like
the
the
middle
cliff notes
first.
of the
Give us the
second
cliff
act.
notes of the. That's good. Yeah. Summarize the second
Otherwise we'll
act
be here all
and then
day.
write us the climax.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it.
Great job. Really excellent.
We appreciate you.
We love you.
We love you.
We love you.
Oh, one thing. The original Exorcist, it was a good use of profanity.
It doesn't like that.
There's almost no profanity in this
Can it?
script.
It doesn't like profanity. It
It
doesn't
does-
want to do it,
it
but it
does
will
do
if it's
it.
ordered to. I
We
think.
did ask it once, and it
Okay.
did do
It'll
it.
do like a tame.
So, say
ish.
possessed Jessica should be profane and shocking in her language.
Should we say use the C word? Or...
I'm
I'd
always on
I'd
board.
like to see without pushing it what profanity it chooses.
That's
Yeah.
a good call.
It's gonna be like darn me. It's gonna be like I don't know what.
Hell.
Yeah. HE double hockey sticks.
Please write the second act as a outline.
Yeah, it's a text. What? Yeah, an outline.
Then in our next prompt, we'll ask for the climax.
But I think we should be a little bit more specific, and it's not just that we want cursing in the possession scenes.
Yeah.
We want language that shocks Chris
Right.
because that's the whole point
Yeah.
of it. Is like, oh, I can't believe she's
Right.
saying this.
It's blasphemous.
It's blasphemous.
Blasphemous.
Blasphemous. That's the word.
Yeah.
Language. Please write the second act as an outline, then in our next prompt we'll ask for the climax.
Or should you just say, give us the second act as an outline, followed by the climax in screenplay format?
Chad will get it. He knows.
He knows.
Good. He's good. A
Just
little,
peeping in there, keep us on our toes.
you know.
All right. Let's do it.
I feel really good about this.
I'm feeling great. I'm flying. Chad's gonna get his reward. He gets to spend a night with Mech Mar. I wish we had Mech Mar to pull up, but that's all right. It's okay.
I'll add it in post.
Yeah,
No, I won't.
No, we
Oh,
won't.
he's so bashful. Look at him. Oh, thank you so much,
Oh.
AI Writers Room. Your encouragement is everything. Let's ramp up the intensity, shall we? I'll include some stronger language. Okay, all right. Second act outline, research and
Ooh.
discovery. Chris and Father Thompson discover ancient writings connecting staircases to underworlds.
I like that.
This is good. See, this is more the staircase movie
Yeah.
than
I'm starting to think the WGA was wrong from the get-go.
We can say that now.
You know what? Now that the strike's over, you guys fucked up. Okay.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is better.
This is better than human creativity.
They find out that the apartment was built over a burial ground, further intensifying its conduit nature. Ritual preparation. Chris and Father Thompson prepare for a significant exorcism, fortifying the apartment and themselves. Jessica struggles. Scenes of Jessica alone, fighting the entities within her, cursing and exhibiting disturbing behavior. Jessica's queer girlfriend, Laura, arrives.
Booyah.
So is Jessica queer? Oh, no. What kind of girlfriend is this? Like a friend?
It's like her girlfriend.
Okay.
Like they do kissing and stuff?
No.
Oh.
No, like it's just her.
Wait,
it's her
so
girlfriend.
it's just her friend.
Emily was
Yeah.
queer before?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
So
Now
this
there's
is
another-
an additional
she-
queer character.
She's got a lot of queer friends.
Oh.
She's an ally.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Good
Hey.
for her.
Hey.
An ally of Satan.
That's the twist at the end of the movie.
Oh, boy.
It's all about demonic possession because...
Oh, so this is like a red pill.
Because the gay
connection.
agenda.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
connecting
yeah.
the gay agenda.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Chad, you're getting a little overzealous with that one. We haven't been sponsored by Daily Wire yet on this pod.
Although we welcome them. We're not going to turn
Friend
down...
of the pod.
Yeah.
We're
anybody.
very desperate.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we've already confirmed you have no ethics.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is 100%
Confirmed. Laura's introduction to the supernatural. Chris and Father Thompson have to explain to Laura what's happening.
Okay.
Laura is skeptical but loves Jessica too much to leave. The second possession, a twist. Laura becomes possessed after confronting Jessica, who transfers the demonic entity to her. Okay. 2 possessions to fight now. One new and volatile, the other older and more deeply entrenched. Emily's spirit appears. Emily's spirit tries to communicate, revealing that she was trying to save Jessica from the first possession. They realize Emily is trapped in the same demonic realm. Exorcism gone wrong. Initial attempts to exorcise both Jessica and Laura are disastrous. Father Thompson is severely injured.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
real quick. How was Emily trying to save Jessica from the first possession? She just fell down the stairs and died. Like,
Well,
and she
maybe
didn't really do anything leading up to that,
She
right?
jumped.
She might have reached out.
She jumped down the stairs.
Oh, it was suicide. Oh.
Well, that's how the first Exorcist ends.
True. That's true, yeah.
Huh.
It's a suicide jump
That's right.
to save.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm a hero.
You
Well,
are.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
brave and stuff.
Well, you didn't really accomplish what you were trying to do.
You tried and
Jessica still got
Is
possessed.
it the thought that counts, though?
you tried and really failed.
Somewhat.
Oh. Oh, well.
Can't all be winners.
Dark Night of the Soul. Everyone questions whether they can defeat these demonic forces, and Chris recalls her past experiences, drawing courage from them.
All right.
Okay. Climax and screenplay format. Thanks, Chad.
Thank you, Chad.
Okay, interior, Jessica and Emily's apartment. Staircase. Night. Chris, Father Thompson, and Laura stand at the bottom of the staircase. Jessica is at the top, her eyes black as coal. Father Thompson is clutching his side, wincing in pain from earlier injuries. I do really like the idea that the entire movie takes place on this staircase.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Like
the
an hour and a
staircase
half
movie.
of just one, like, people at the
It's
top,
more
people at the
producible. See, this is the
bottom.
Blumhouse model.
Yeah.
It's highly contained. It's like
I think where the budget's really going to go is the prop department. There's so many relics and heirlooms and ancient books. I mean, that's really where we're gonna.
Well, we can dial that down. We can David Zaslav it.
Yeah, we
and we
will.
can say, okay, just remove all the
less
expensive stuff.
books, more queers.
Okay. Father Thompson, weak but determined. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I command you to leave these innocent souls. Jessica lets out a guttural laugh.
Yes. Yes.
Her voice a blend of multiple demonic timbres. That's very good. Okay.
You weak, pitiful servants of a dead god.
I just
Hell
want to
yeah.
note the action line there in the parenthetical cursing. Is that Chat GPT's?
That's its version.
Yeah,
Well, dead God, that's blasphemy.
I guess
that
so.
is blasphemous.
Because God shouldn't die.
I
I guess-
guess for like a
An
fuck dead god
F-bomb.
or something.
Yeah. Well, we can
We're
tweak
filling in the blanks, you know. This is where human writers come in.
Right.
Okay. The script is this, and then
We'll
you bring
put
in,
two
we just
fucks
added-
here.
you get a Chipotle bowl if you write 3 fucks
No,
in this.
no, Zaslav could do this. Zaslav could do this himself, I think.
That's true. He just
could
is
go
screaming
in-
fuck all day anyway. at his
Some
assistant.
intern will install a final draft on his.
Fuck.
That's our end game here.
Yeah. Laura, whose eyes flashed with the same darkness that had infected Jessica, starts to ascend the stairs, drawn by the evil within.
Oh, okay. The staircase. It's a pathway, a direct line to pull them deeper into possession. We need to cut the connection.
Father Thompson takes out the saint's bone reliquary, and with his remaining strength...
Reliquary.
Yeah, what is that word?
I don't know about that one.
Have you ever seen
I've just been like pretending like I know what that is the whole time.
Relic.
You know,
Sometimes Chad will make up words and he'll try to sneak them past. What was the one that we? Well, it's in a future episode, but it was what was it like?
It's in a future episode.
Is reliquary a word?
Wastage. Wastage.
I am gonna look up reliquary.
real
It
time.
must be related to relic. I imagine.
Yeah,
But,
it's like a.
It is a word, a container for holy relics.
Ah,
All right.
a relic container.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
prop within a prop, so there's multiple props inside the prop.
It's like a Ziploc bag.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Father Thompson takes out the Saint's Bone reliquary and with his remaining strength throws it at the staircase. That's it? That's all he had to do the whole time? Just...
All right.
Okay. As it hits, a flash of light bursts forth, momentarily pausing Laura's ascent. Laura, Jessica, fight it! We're right here with you! Both Jessica and Laura seem to momentarily snap out of their possession.
I'm trying. It's so hard.
I bet it is.
Got him.
Emily's spirit appears at the top of the staircase, visibly strained but glowing.
Jess, you have to let go. Let go of your fear.
You were right, by the way, Evan. She did come back.
Okay, so I see what Chad did here. He just killed... So he didn't plan to kill Emily, I don't think. Because we prompted that, right? We were like, we need more...
We need a
kill
death.
someone.
So it set up Emily as the queer character.
Oh.
It killed Emily, and then it had to invent a new queer character, Laura, to take the place
I see.
in the plot.
Why didn't they just kill Jessica?
That's a good question.
Well, it's interesting because when you're learning how to write a screenplay, like when you're taking screenwriting 101, etc., you get those books. It often is very kind of mathy about how you're, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. And I think AI is just kind of taking that to the next level. Like, it is just completely a problem for like a math problem for them. So that's just kind of a perfect manifestation of that, where it's like, okay, one queer character minus one queer character plus one queer character.
So it's really us. Like, we are the ones who fucked it up because we
it
really
had
threw it off.
plan.
It had a plan, and we told it you
But
have
it
to kill
could have
someone.
killed the other kid.
And
That's
like
the thing,
like the
though.
good screenwriter that just does what the producer says. It just
okay.
All right, I'll have to
Whatever you
invent
want.
a new character, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I like it. I would, if I saw that in a movie, I would be entertained by it. Like if I actually watched a movie and there was just one gay character that died and falling down a flight of stairs, and then they were like, "Here's this other gay person," I would find that hilarious. I don't know that it would be objectively good, but I would
is it
enjoy
doing
it.
a kill your gays trope thing too?
Well, it was. Yeah, I mean, she was the first victim, right? So it's
Well,
like
so far she's been the only
Yeah.
victim.
So I guess
but she's come back.
She's come back and she's heroic as
And
a
she's
ghost.
heroic.
So
it's still following that
It's
trope.
but potentially progressive.
Is it?
I
I don't know if I'm ready to go that far.
No, I would
Transgressive.
Aggressive, yes. Got it.
I got him. All right.
All right.
Jessica takes a deep breath.
Wow.
Wow, okay. And with a scream of effort, vomits out a plume of black smoke, which dissipates into the air. Laura does the same. The staircase splinters and collapses, taking with it the oppressive air that had filled the room. It's over.
And we have you to thank, sweet girl.
Sweet gay girl.
My sweet lesbo. I'm not going to say it.
Emily's spirit smiles, finally at peace before vanishing. I hope this takes the story in a direction you were hoping for. Would you like to continue or make adjustments? Smiley face.
It feels like it's the end, doesn't it?
That is the end.
That is the end. We told her to write the climax.
And it went in the direction that I was hoping for, I thought.
I mean, I think the climax was kind of lacking. It really just came down to someone throwing something at some stairs.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the staircase disintegrated.
I mean,
throwing
it
was
seemed
weak.
it really didn't want to do death. Like you
Yeah.
know, I think Father Thompson should have died, or
Yeah.
McNeil. Should have
McNeil
died.
could have died. It does try to avoid that.
And it was there was no cursing.
Yeah. It just had in the parenthetical cursing.
Yeah, that was
which is
In a,
disappointing.
Technically, We should have said like swearing.
Yeah,
I guess
Cursing in a Exorcist movie could be like,
oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there was none of that either.
that's true. Didn't deliver on any of that. But honestly, if you like, this is really good for Chad.
Yeah,
This
this is maybe the best one.
maybe the best one.
It's up there.
Yeah.
Not as good as Bill Maher.
No, yeah, that's
And
true.
it's all because we just gave it some nice words.
I think we should stick to this.
I think next
Positive
time, I think you should say what type of Nutri-Grain bar is
Yeah.
it? Like strawberry, blueberry.
Okay.
I like the blueberry ones better.
We should ask him
You're
what he
a blueberry
likes.
head.
I'm a blueberry.
Yeah.
I'm
guy.
more strawberry.
More strawberry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can ask him, right?
Yeah,
Does
which
Chad have
flavor
a
do you like the
preference?
best?
Right.
They also do a cinnamon. I think is pretty good.
The cinnamon, is it apple cinnamon?
Yeah, apple
Oh,
cinnamon.
that sounds pretty good.
Well, what other fruit is paired with cinnamon?
Trying to think now.
Not really. Apple is.
There's one.
kinda
I feel like
cornered the
there's
cinnamon market.
Yeah, you're right. Well, pear maybe could go with a cinnamon. Not in a
Where have you
not in a
seen pear
Nutri-Grain
cinnamon?
bar. You know what?
Those words have never even been said together. Pear
All right.
cinnamon.
Yeah, you're right. But I could reinvent the wheel with that one. The pear Nutri-Grain bar. That's my backup plan
That's
after this
Chad's
podcast flames out.
That's it.
Chad's favorite. Yeah. All right. So what did we learn? What did we? Any takeaways? Any final takeaways?
I think it's not that much worse than the average like studio schlock horror film.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not. And even the stuff that's the most hacky, like throwing a bag at the stairs and it explodes, like I could see that happening in a shitty
Yeah.
horror
Well,
film.
and that you can punch that stuff out too.
I was impressed with it connecting, like not just making it about like, oh, a couple people are going to die on the stairs, but like connecting stairs to like stairwell to hell,
Right,
like that.
right.
Like that was some like symbolism that I was kind of impressed by.
Yeah.
It went to a deeper level than usual, certainly.
Yeah.
And I don't really have an explanation as for why it did better. What do you guys think? Is there a reason?
I think it's because we told it it was doing a good job.
That's all it takes. Maybe maybe we cracked the code.
AI writes. I mean, you started it off. You said at the beginning, like, we got to give Chad some time to figure himself out.
And it was piss poor at the start, right?
This
Right.
one,
Oh,
in
yeah.
the script.
Yeah. So
The first,
Yeah,
the first,
yeah,
It
Right,
was,
it
it
was
wasn't
bad.
great.
I think the encouragement, gave it.
So
gave
the
him
usual
confidence.
Hollywood note-giving process wouldn't work on Chad. Is what we're saying.
Yeah, you
Maybe
can't
maybe it wouldn't work on humans either.
Yeah. Oh, it's almost like we've
crazy.
discovered something about our industry.
This is an interesting point. Like, it's funny, all these fat cat CEOs, they want to use ChatGPT, but they can't possibly give any encouragement or compliments. So they're going to be at a cross. It's like, I can't do it. It's like, come on, David, you just have to type thank you. No, never.
No, I think a lot of these producers, because they know how to give like empty.
They can glad
compliments.
hand.
Yeah, they know how to do empty compliments. That's all
Chad, baby, let's do lunch.
I
Ciao.
love it.
Yeah.
The new Charlie Kaufman.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, they
You
could
gotta be huge.
It's funny because, like, it would be like an empty vessel talking to a hollow void. It's perfect, actually. What am I
Yeah.
talking about? This is going to be great. All
Yeah.
human writers will be replaced within months.
Well, again, I keep going back to the that thing we've been talking about of like it being a good. Oh, sorry, Chad. For it being a good like jumping off point for human writers to actually do stuff and actually write stuff.
I can see that.
Because
Yeah.
like the staircase thing, like you just said that as a joke basically, and then it turned it into like a primary component of the script, and we were joking about how it might actually make a good movie, not an Exorcist movie, but a good
Right.
movie on its own, and like we might not have thought of that if it wasn't for this,
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
I would
in
like
that
to
way.
see AI become a genre. Like, oh, I'm gonna go see an AI film, and okay, this is that type
Right.
of film.
It's going to have
Yeah.
those things. That's kind of the best case scenario
Yeah.
for AI. I think you've cracked the code of what would be the scenario that works out for everyone, which is that AI. Because I would be entertained by it. I would like to see those movies, to be honest
Some
with you.
people might like them better,
Some
It's
people might
like,
have like niche. It's like anime.
Yeah.
It's like people.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
It's
into,
an
acquired
I'm into
taste,
AI,
but,
right,
or like
yeah.
big studio movies. I mean, we've talked about how it's good at writing those. It's like
Yeah, it could be that.
Marvels and DCs of the world, like
I mean, it's already become a genre of
Yeah.
other art forms. So
Right. Art, AI
it's very
art.
some of it's very good, wild, funny, weird, even in video format. So
Yeah.
movies, it's only a matter of time.
It's got some value, I think. Although I think we're also feeling a little bit higher on Chad because he did a good job this episode. Usually when we end the episode, we're like, "Fuck you, Chad. You're worthless. You've just disappointed us." So
Yeah.
take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But thank you, Michael.
Thank you so much for coming on.
It was a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. You're welcome back anytime. And what else we got?
I think that's it.
That's it.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye.